What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. It is the 22nd day of January, and here we are sitting at about $1.91 with 8 hours, 7 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button to subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. We've had a little bit of a pullback from our highs at 241 over the past couple of weeks. We're back down below $2, and we've been living here. My expectation is that we will not go below these lows, and I think it's important that XRP doesn't go below these lows. My expectation is that we will prevail with higher lows here and that we will move higher. But we are consolidating right now at the base of a range. There is always the chance that we could break down lower. Breaking down lower doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to the depths. Maybe we just get a slightly lower low here or a double bottom, a slightly higher low, something like that. But the lower that we do go, the closer that we get to this low, the more incriminating it is that we could go down to like $1.50 or even lower than that. So avoid all of that as potential and just hold this low as support. Let's move up from here. Let's consolidate whatever, but let's move up from here. Let's look at the short-term stuff and see what's going on, okay? 1 hour time frame. Looking at this here. It's very wonky, very weird. The RSI is pretty neutral. I would say more bullish than bearish, but still very neutral. Neutral is probably the best word. Stochastics are reset and looking bullish here. If we come out of the oversold zone, that's nice. The MACD is coming back down to the zero to find support. That's also a good sign to bounce typically right here. Let's look at this from a low to a high here. Low to high. Bouncing off the golden ratio. That's not bad at all. It's a small range. It's not that significant, but that's not bad at all. A little bit of volume here picking up as we're pushing down. I don't know if I like that. There's goods and bads, and in a relatively neutral environment, I'm going to stick with the idea that we're at our low points. We're probably not going to go too much lower. 4 hour time frame here. The RSI has a double bottom. That's a nice little move up that you had because of that. Now we're coming back down. We're at the 40. 5 minutes left. What we're looking for here would be that the next 4 hour candle, this on the 22nd day of January, you see down here, the 16th hour, that 4 hour candle. We want this next candle to close green, because if it does close green, stochastics will bounce from here, and that'll look good. The RSI will bounce off the 40. That would look good. And then the MACD might have a chance to continue to grow as well, potentially crossing above the zero as we go into the end of this week, maybe even the weekend, which would also promote growth. I know it sounds weird, but this next 4 hour candle I think is important. If it doesn't close green, likely you will go lower than these lows. That'd be my expectation. Let's talk about that. If we were to go just below these lows, where might we go? Low to high here. 2272 bounce, 1272 rejection. Interesting with that symmetry there. Love to see it. If we were to go lower, $1.80 would probably hold us as support, which is nice. $1.80 doesn't take us lower than this low. That's great. Maybe we hit the money zone. We hit $1.74, $1.77, but statistically speaking, $1.80 would be the most likely area to hold a support if we do go lower. I'm not calling for us to go to $1.80. What I'm calling for is a bounce here. What I'm calling for is for us to move up. But if I'm wrong, if the next 4 hour candle closes red instead, we might come down to about $1.80, $1.74 at the lowest, and then recover. Okay? Hopefully. Hopefully that's the case. Daily time frame on the RSI, we're at the same low areas that we've been historically over the past like 4 years that XRP typically does find support at. Stochastics are oversold, ready to go. You just got out of the oversold zone actually, so that's nice. That's a clear bullish signal right there. And the MACD is back at the zero. This is a perfect area to bounce from. I mean, the daily time frame, you look very similar to a lot of different cryptos. Like everything kind of looks like it's ready to bounce right now. We're just waiting on it, right? If we don't bounce here, that could really be problematic. And again, if we see slightly lower lows, that's fine. I mean, bouncing, whether it's bouncing here or bouncing here, I don't think it's a big difference. But if we break through and we go lower, I mean, we would likely go down to like, I don't even know, man, maybe below like $1.40, as low as like $1.20. We'd effectively be breaking out of this range overall to the downside. That could be really problematic. And I don't see that happening. That's not my expectation. I think that we just consolidated for half a year and we just broke out of that to the upside. I don't think that was a bull trap, though, you know, in hindsight, it kind of seems like it was. We'll see. Maybe it was a bull trap the same way that this was, but still you got a higher low and then it pushed you up to new all-time highs. Maybe we're getting a similar result as to what we did back here. At the end of the day, the expectation is we will move higher. When we move higher, You know, of course, at first, you know, we're at $1.91 now. We could move down to $1.80, $1.74, whatever. But the expectation, that's not the call. That's not what I'm calling for. That's just something that could happen. The expectation on my behalf is we will move up. We will continue to grow, putting in higher lows and higher highs. And from a high to a low here, we should be moving up to about 277 to 292, somewhere in this golden ratio zone. Right there where we had support before, resistance back here, support back here. Perfect area to go to. It makes sense to me. We're also at the 069. Have you guys noticed a lot of cryptos? Maybe you haven't noticed because this is like the second day that I've actually put it on notice, but this is now like the third crypto in the last 24 hours that I've done analysis on where we've pumped up to the 236 or the 382 or the 0.5 or whatever. We came all the way back down to the 069, this pink line, which doesn't always get love. But right now, I've noticed it's like it's the time of year apparently where everything's finding support or resistance on its 069. So the fact that we're finding support here is actually, normally I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. I mean, it looks nice if it works out. That can definitely send us to the golden ratio. And lately what I've been seeing is you'll move up to the 382, 236, 0.5, somewhere in this area, come back to your 069, and then you do move up to your golden ratio. I've seen it happen just like that for a couple different cryptos. That might happen here. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.